without trying to be clever and inserting the word of the day into my introduction of Simon, I have a genuine bona fide challenge, because I'm essentially evaluating the evaluator. Most of you will know that Simon is the Toastmasters Evaluations Champion for the UK and Ireland 2019. 2019? Yes, this year. Time flies. It doesn't at the same time, so it's still this year. So that doesn't make sense. So this whole thing could get rather circular in another sense, because I'm evaluating him and then he could evaluate my evaluation of him, except he might not be able to do that because he'd have to then detach from himself and see himself in a different perspective altogether, which is why you need an evaluation. So I hope I do a very good job, because he might not be able to determine whether I've done a good job. Does that make any sense? Yeah. No, it doesn't. Oh, it does? Okay, great. I'm glad somebody gets it. So I'm very much looking forward to Simon's speech this evening, because I always learn something from what Simon talks about. He goes away and he does his research, and he's very serious about his speeches. And he has asked me tonight to pay particular attention to his energy, and not in an inauthentic sense. We're not looking at bullying ourselves up to go rah-rah and run around the stage like a lunatic. Just to get I didn't say anything. My eyes were over here. But Simon's looking at the energy and doing that within his own level of authenticity and comfort to serve a purpose. So, without any more from me, not further ado, evaluator. All right, there you are. We'll now hear from Simon Day and his speech. The door to progress needs three things and a kick. Simon Day.
Complete the following phrase. When one door closes, another door opens. What you've just highlighted is everything I hate about the English language. Because it's metaphorical, it's empty, and it's untrue. Have you ever reached that point in your life where you have a door close? Sometimes in your face, sometimes painfully. And you wonder where that opening door is. And you think, well, the saying must be true, because every door in my life seems to have closed, and that really annoying person's just told me that phrase. When one door closes, another one opens. The only thing I want to do right now is close the door in their face. And yet we get to that point, don't we? Where we think, where is that door? Because I need something to open for me. So you have to start looking. And you think to yourself, where is this door? How overgrown is it? And when I get there, what will it take for it to open? Because it won't open by itself. Not by magic. Not from my experience. So we arrive at the door. And we get there, we finally find it and think, well, that one over there is closed. I'm not going there now. Here's the door. This is the door I want to open. But it hasn't opened. Not by magic. Not by luck. It's going to take a few things. In the experiences I've had, the door to progress and opportunity needs three keys and a kick. The first key is the key of courage. You have to be brave. There is a time in life for courage, where you get to the edge of everything that you know, and you've got to take that step into the darkness, believing that the light will follow you. That takes courage. It takes courage because you don't know what's on the other side of that darkness. You don't know what the result will be. You don't know because it's a risk, and it makes you emotionally vulnerable. But if you can find the courage to come into a Toastmasters meeting, to put on those running shoes, to do whatever it is you want to do to see that progress, you've put the first key in the door. The second key is the key of companionship. You need to surround yourself with good people. I've done that tonight. You need to be in a place where people want to make you better. And they inspire you to want to make yourself better. And in the world in which we live, a world of social media, a world of criticism, a world of insults and hatred and injustice and intolerance, it can be challenging to find people like that want to make you better. But I'm here tonight. And you're here tonight. And we want to make each other better. Tonight we've put the second key in the door, the key of companionship. We're surrounded by people that want us to get to where we want to be. That matters. So if you've found the courage, and if you've put yourself in good company, you've put the second key in the door. The third key is the key of commitment. And I'm not talking about a one-time commitment or a 6-month commitment. I'm talking about lifelong commitment. Because if you really want to get to where you want to be, that's the only kind of commitment that matters, is the lifelong commitment. Now, if you look at me and Sean, my lifelong commitment to the gym didn't work out so well. But the one thing I decided I wanted to commit to was learning how to communicate with other people. Because 7 years ago I couldn't. I was terrified. I quit my job because I was scared to talk to somebody else. I went to a counsellor because I was scared to talk to somebody else. 7 years later, I can do this. And 7 years ago I couldn't. Do I give up now? Do I rest on my laurels? Do I say I can do it? No. Because I'm either going to try and do it better, or I'm going to help other people do it better. And that's what my lifelong commitment is. So you need courage, you need companionship, and you need commitment. Even with those 3 things, there will come a time where the door gets stuck. You put the 3 keys in, you turn them, you turn the handle, the door doesn't open. What you need is the kick of character. You will face opposition. You will face adversity. Sometimes none of it of your own making. Life will happen to you. Things will set you back. But there comes a point at which you kick that door with all the character that you've got. And between the 3 keys and the kick of character, that door will open. There have been doors in my life that I have looked at and I have thought, will that door ever open? Will I ever have what it takes to see that door open? For me, it was speaking to people. For you, it might be something completely different. The fact you're here tonight suggests it might be speaking to people. But whatever it is, whatever that door is that you want to open, it needs those 3 things. Courage, companionship, commitment, and the kick of character. And once you combine all of those things, I can offer you a promise that the door will open. I can't tell you how hard you'll have to kick it. I can't tell you how long it will take to find those 3 keys. But once you've found them, once they're in there, and once you've kicked that door, I promise you it will open. Because 7 years ago, I was staring at that door, wondering if it would ever open, and I would ever have the courage to walk through it. 7 years ago, I found the courage. I walked into good companionship, and I've been a member of this club for 4 years. That's my commitment. And I kicked it really hard. And now, I can say, the door has opened. There will be other doors in my life that I will have to open. There will be doors in your life that you have to open. There will be doors in other people's lives that I want to help them open. Wherever those doors are, let's find them. Let's put the keys in. Let's kick them.
Thank you, Simon. Everyone has a feedback slip, so I'm wondering